completion there on the run. So PA shot wheel, one of the better plays in trips tight end. Let's go ahead and look at a couple more. Alright guys, next play on the list, PA slot corner. Nice plays and trips there. So good. So many different things you can do with this play that I love here. My favorite one is to utilize a little motion. Put the running back on the wheel. I'm going to go ahead and drag the tight end like this. And I'm going to streak X, so it's going to create a flood to the left, and I'm also going to have a high-low read down the right with that, halfback wheel or the thin route. So let's go ahead and hike it. Looks like we have man coverage though, so I'm just going to take it. Those tight end drags, always going to be really effective versus man coverage. Same setup here again. Put the running back on a wheel, drag our tight end, and streak X over here on the left, so it looks like that. I'm going to try to look for that corner route to the left side now if I can, but they sent the blitz, so that time you just check it down to the wheel. We get our lead blocker that was the corner route. We're able to pick up a huge play down the sideline. So that's why I love these halfback wheel routes as well, because they are great to utilize against the blitz. One more time here with the same setup. See if this time maybe we can hit one of these corner routes. Looks like we're going to have B here as he cuts to the sidelines. That's why we call it a flood concept. The streak brought the zones back. The tight end drag was underneath it, and they guarded that, so the corner route got wide open to the sidelines behind the zones and in front of the deep zones for a big completion. Moving down the list, we have PA counter go, one of the best plays in the game again here. And this play's been popular the last few years in Madden, right? Now, a couple different things you can do here. You can come out, I like to quick snap this as well, just put the tight end on the drag. You're going to have a little flood to the left with that inverted out route and the tight end drag. You also have B on that crosser, which is one of the best routes in the game, but that time we just check it down to our drag. So you're kind of reading that left side. You know, it's a high-low read. If they're playing hard flats underneath, you wait for Y on that deep out. If they're playing back, you just check down to your tight end drag for an easy.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
As well. There's a way to make that crosser a little bit better right here around the battle. If I'm going to go on the run, I do.
Greg Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Go ahead and get that little extra boost out of him. Going to the opposite side, creating a nice big play. Let's go ahead and run one more time here, just like this. So this is the setup. Streak the tight end, put the running back on an in route, just like that. Create a little flood concept to the left side here. Running back wide open to the sidelines. Easy 10-yard completion. PA count and go. And one other setup too, you can also use a little motion here with Y. What I like to do is put Y on a slant, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and put the running back on an out route now to the right. Put a slant crosser combo. Stresses the user over the middle. One of the best route combos in the game. Look at B. Just
throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to it, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
And I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Slip screen as well. There's all types of screens in this trips tight end. There's inside zone, there's RPOs, like I said, so make sure you're mixing those in. And of course, if you have a mobile quarterback, mix in this QB power, especially in the red zone. If you're in the red zone and you're struggling to move the ball, that's when you really want to run. The thing that I love about this is you can actually playmaker it to the left or the right, depending on what numbers you see in the box. You can flick it to the left or the right. So right here, I see more numbers from right. I'm going to flick it to the left and try to hope I get some lead block.
That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
Obviously can't move not as fast as he used to be, so it's hard to get some good yardage out of it here. Try to do it one more time here. You can cut back a little bit. Not having the success you want, but like I said, more of a red zone run. The runs you really want to, go look at are the RPO zone or something like this right here.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Pick up an easy 10 yards. So the RPO zone, the quick base, the inside zone, and occasionally
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Great dots out of this trips tight end formation. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a like. Comment down below your thoughts. If you mess with the Patriots playbook, let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel as well so you can get more pro player tips, gameplays, mini
Rodgers
schemes,
gonna
ebooks,
throw.
just like this.
Heavy rush, and down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
That's good right there. Good for his leg.
Dad, I don't think this is working.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Off the mark, behind him, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage,
and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Of course, we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there outside of the pocket and on the money. On play action, now Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
A lot of information like the big nickel over G. It's got the 3-5 wide, the double A gap, the 3-5 odd, which I already put out of the scheme, or maybe I will be. I'm not sure what order
Rodgers now to throw.
I already recorded this.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. He takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down and will. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
There's a lot of really plays here. I'll definitely have a lot of extra ones on my Patreon, on my Join App community tab.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
At a later date. So we're going to set our all this. Like I said, there's so many good plays here. We're going to go with the cover 2 man. I'm going to show you guys a bit of that. The Mike Blitz zero is already there. The next play, I'm going to put the San.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Let's go to this one.
Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the open opening drive.
Basketball is back. Stream the action live on YouTube TV.
We make a one. We make it different. We make it different kinds of pumpkin
On is Mason Crosby for the point after.
Starting volume projects with great deals on tax pumpkins and supplies and more.
It's no good. It is an auspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
You're going to want to blitz Wilkins here. He doesn't really do much dropping. The coverage is too slow. I typically like to spread my defensive line.
Now he's back out there to boot this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT
I also want
miss.
to make sure that I guess pass because that would just
On the
make sure
return,
that
Tony Pollard from his end zone.
outside linebackers
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to the knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
It's going to be a run play. It's going to be an inside zone. So I'd rather plug this hole because that's the most likely area where the running back would run. So we're going to start here. As the play starts off, though, we're basically just going to, you see right there, get inside zone. So like I said, there's definitely a good reason to be in that gap. We're going to do it again. Like I said, if you come down this gap, you don't have to spread the defensive line. I just find that that's one of the better ways to go. But you can see pressure comes in anyway. And that's pretty much one of the best ways to get pressure. Like I said, I have a nice
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
And once again, the running back's not blocking. There's not going to be anything in his way as he goes right to
a minimal gain as your team down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He's already getting planted, so it's a super easy blitz to set up. If you're worried about that flat, I mean, you can always just hard flat. That's one thing that this game covers pretty well is hard flats. Like I said, really just basically slanting the defensive line outside, crashing outside, blitzing this or bringing this blitzer down into the gap.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
As you can see right there, there's nowhere to go. Let's do this one more time. Like I said, I like people pass plays. I'm good at hard flats.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Like I said, you could also do this out of the Mike Zero Blitz. This is something that I used to run every game, every play.
Our score after 1.
And I'm just going to go ahead and do the exact same setup. All I really like to do is bring this guy down here. This is a scenario, a lot of times, I like to bring this guy down. A lot of times I just like to let him blitz, to be honest with you. Like you can just let him blitz and then bring this guy down and cover the running back yourself. Or sometimes, like I said, because if the running back does block, him blitzing definitely plays a key role. But in a scenario like this, a lot of times I'll just basically cheat over in one of these gaps where, like I said, right here we got 3 receivers. So if there's anything crossing, I'll basically just come down here and then drop into these crossers. And you can see right there, I almost got a pick. So, like I said, you're going to get a lot of pressure. You're going to get a lot of success.
Set out there on 3rd and 1.
So it's kind of easy to just pull man coming down. So this is pretty simple.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott.
And
he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Again, gave the same pressure.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. It doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done.
That make it slightly better for coverage purposes. So I'm going to pick that.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Super quick and easy. And now you have one linebacker who's going to cover. He's going to cover crosses a lot better. And you have quick throws flooding the middle, which to me is a really good way to go. It's also not a bad idea to just double Mabel on both sides, which is a trick that a lot of people know about. You basically just hard flat these outside defenders. If I do this, I mean, this is my best opportunity.
And he'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
I'm not good coverage.
It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next
This is basically just Pine City.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
So we're going to
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
See he does right there. And then Cam's going to complete it. But let's go to the replay to see what the difference is.
So the offense, a little antsy, the flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
Well, let's see what the two guys did. So the bird hook, number one, this guy here gets beat off the line a little bit, but he follows back a lot further, which is good when it comes to cover threes because he's covering the cover 3 seam. He's going all the way down the field.
The situation changes a bit now. First and goal from back at the 10.
So you can see it, the deep crosser.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations going to a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
You have your teams covered because the versions will follow the centimeters. And then as long as you align this guy, you'll have any drags or any short routes covered, which is going to be the majority of plays you see. You also have the opportunity of one receiver over here to do something like a hard flat or a double neighbor on this side. It's going to be unreal. Because
about set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Listen, guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
But if in a game I would do that. So basically, we'll pick the cover 2 man. We'll keep going with
Rodgers now on first down.
Let's keep going, man. Graham takes the flex.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Terrell Basham, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Hit LB, and then we're going to hit the left stick to the right. Same thing with the other side. See, now he's in a curl flat. Then we're going to do the same thing. Double Y, double triangle, A, and then left stick to the right again. And now we have basically, this is something people have been doing for a very long time. Like I said, this formation, you can run all the betas from this formation. This is something that people have been doing for a very long time, where they basically just take away crossers, and this will also take away outside routes and stuff like that. Basically, leaving me with this guy here. This will be my user now. I wish it was Jerome Baker. I could flip that and make Jerome Baker my guy, because I'd rather him because of the speed. But ultimately, this is going to be the look. Now, I'm not even sure if this is messed up entirely because the diagram is messing up now. It doesn't look like that slot receiver is going to get covered. But let's go and let's do this. Yeah, he got covered. So like I said, he had the advantage too against a slower linebacker. But you can see, not a lot of things are going to be open. And it can be a really easy setup once you get used to it. It takes 2 seconds. Just that guess and pass is another thing that I would do. Sometimes I'll use this guy.
Yes, we listen to the YouTube. This motherfucker's been kicking my ass in the league. Gotta keep up with the youngsters. Come on with this bullshit ass, man.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start off with the nickel 55. Now, one of the best things you can do this year that I'm not even sure if you could do it last year was you could add a safety at the middle linebacker spot. I think you could, but I'm just not 100% sure. So just make sure you put a safety at your user. I don't know if there's still a lot of defenses where you can shift over from the 3-5 to 3-5 wide like people were doing last year, but That's one of the best things you can do. I would also make sure for some of the plays it's going to matter who this outside linebacker is. So try to have some speed out there. That's probably the most important thing. Jalen Phillips, I'm not sure how fast he is, but I know he's their first-round pick. So I'll go ahead and I'll put him there. So let's go ahead and let's pick the first play. There's a couple plays. One of the metas that everybody seems to be running is the Mike Blitz 3. I personally think that's a pretty good defense. I know you can get pressure with it. I always liked the 3 Sample Blitz. This was one that I put out probably Madden 16 or 17, one of my most popular videos. There's a lot of really good plays here. I'll definitely have a lot of extra ones on my Patreon and on my Join Now community tab. So check that out. It's linked in the description below.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
We're going to go with the cover 2 man. I'm going to show you guys a good way to run that. The Mike Blitz 0 is already there. The next play, I'm going to put the Sam 3 Will Blitz in there because I like that play. And then the last one we're going to put in
another try after the first down sack.
Rodgers with the meta that everybody seems to be running anyway.
He hits Adams complete.
When it comes to get pressure,
he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Basically send all your.
So they elect to decline it.
Why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
I typically like to spread my defensive line, and then I like to bring this guy down into one of these gaps. This is going to be my user. I also want to make sure that I guess pass, because that would just make sure that if it is a play action, that these outside linebackers will not react. And then I'm going to basically cover this gap.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
The shotgun formation, it's going to be a run play. It's going to be an inside zone. So I'd rather plug this hole because that's the most likely area where the running back would run. So we'll almost start here. As the play starts off, though, we're basically just going to, as you can see right there, we get inside zone. So like I said, probably Madden 16 or 17.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if you were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
One of the better ways to go, but you can see pressure.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
I engaged very shortly, and I backward. Actually, I never got engaged because, like I said, I typically try
to. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Not get touched, and then I'm all over that running back. And by the time I get into that set, he's already getting planted.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
You're worried about that.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Get shut down. As you can see right there, there's nowhere to go. Let's do this one more time.
They fake the give.
Now
Rodgers.
I'm gonna
to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit around the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
This is a scenario a lot of times I like to bring this guy down. A lot of times I just like to let him
Look out, Rodgers. has lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
You can see right there, we almost got a pick. So, like I said, you're going to get a lot of pressure, you're going to get a lot of success. The man coverage one is something I would say is the best thing.
And Crosby puts it through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
I find there's some additional benefits to the 3 sample blitz that make it slightly better for coverage purposes. So I'm going to go and pick that. Then on defense, off the side, we're going to do the exact
After the
same
made
thing.
field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
This play compared.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive.
Yes. There's an immediate payout of $35,000. When I called, it was free. There was no pressure. Comes over the ability.
Compared to the
good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So he's going to follow any crossing receivers. It's a much better version of a yellow zone than the regular hook zones. Regular hook zones don't really follow as well. But essentially, all you have to do with this play now is zone the linebackers, which is super quick and easy. And now you have one linebacker to throw it. He's going to cover crossers a lot better, and you have hook throws flooding the middle.
That is caught by Lamb. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
Flat these outside defenders. If I do this, I mean, this is my best opportunity. I want to center this guy, by the way, but this is my best opportunity. If I'm not good in coverage and I want to use a defensive lineman, I can do that. And that's something where I feel like my coverage is just going to be there. So I'm going to go up and do that. I typically, if I run a defense like this, if I'm going full coverage, a lot of times I'll basically take a defensive end and drop back with them if they're passing a lot so I can get on some crossers as well. But you can see nothing's open. I mean, this is basically just Clam City. As Camden still almost got sacked.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
One of these guys into a vert hook, and we'll leave one guy in a 3-rec just to show you the difference in what they do. So I'm going to go over here for Baker. I'm just going to basically cover. This is a
accepted, of course, and then moves him back 5.
A little bit of a better job following. You can see he does right there, and then Cam's going to complete it. But let's go to the replay to see what the difference was. See, me personally, I think it's good to do the full
my fault, fellas. My fault.
But let's see what the 2 guys did. So the vert hook. Number 1, this guy here gets beat off the line.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
When it comes to cover 3 because he's covering.
Here's Prescott.
He's going all the way down the field.
He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone.
He's probably
he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Take away any cover 3 seam beaters, which is probably the big
and this one is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
You see he follows that drag the whole way across, which is something that typical vert was going to do. So you really have the best of both worlds if you run this play like I'm saying. If you put both of these guys into vert hooks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. There's Prescott.
You'll have any drags or any short routes covered, which is going to be the majority of
it. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that one's on 4th.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Take away everything else. So you really have a great combination of zones to take away any type of defense or any type of offensive play. The next play is the cover two.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Motherfucker.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. They'll be taken down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
This is something people have been doing for a very long time. Like I said, this formation, you can run all the betters from this formation. This is something that people have been doing for a very long time, where they basically just take away crossers, and this will also take away outside routes and stuff like that. Basically,
there
this
you
guy
go.
here, this will be my user now. I wish it was Jerome Baker. I could flip that and make Jerome Baker my guy, because I'd rather him because of the speed. But ultimately, this is going to be the look. Now, I'm not even sure if this is messed up entirely because the diagram is messed up. Now, it doesn't look like that slot receiver's going to get covered. But let's go ahead and let's do this. Yeah, he got covered. So like I said, he had the advantage too against the slow.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
In a formation like this, he can easily jump flats to that running back, which is, table route is very, very popular here. So you can see he's already on that. Like I said, I'm just using it all across the board here. I can take away all these crossers. There's nothing really open here. And then we've had a double team on that receiver. You can't
all right, let's blaze up on these motherfuckers, man.
Meta options here when it comes to this formation.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, get a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. Oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
This look, you want to shift the defensive line to the left to try to take away any inside zone possibilities. But you see it. I can take away all these short things. And there's just
first play of the drive goes the wrong way. Get a second and 12.
Everything's getting locked down. So that's pretty much
Prescott
as good as it gets. Now there are a few more things you can do.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a game of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
But I could also put him into a hard flat. I could also put him into a hook curl. And then, like I said, I could use either this defensive end or somebody else, because I don't typically care if I have 2 rushers. I'll take 2 rushers. So now I have an additional defender, so if there's crossers, he can help me. I could also bluff blitz him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Option. So that's the best of it.
Again to Elliott. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other, and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott.
Good
and
shit.
he would be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Let's go, Tony.
Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? Get your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. 10th carry now for Elliott.
Get out of there.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Okay, Z.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
I just put out a gameplay from this.
Can we catch him slipping?
Check that out. But ultimately, this is one of the better pass defenses.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43.
Definitely got better. So I'm going to go.
You might catch him slipping.
Throwing, Prescott.
Just a little bit.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Now, I pretty much just use this as a scheme. You have some really good man blitzes like the Overstorm Brave. I'm going to show you guys a full scheme. But first, we're going to start off with the nickel blitz 2. On the offensive side, we're just going to go with...
Once again, this broadcast is brought to you by Jack Herrera and White Widow, baby. You get it out the mud.
A first down carry.
No block, no block. Oh.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out
Bread
who's
and
a
butter.
tough guy, right? Who can stand up
Bread
and
and
make
butter.
a
We
play.
at
It's
least
only a
good for
3-yard
5,
run.
right?
But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Give me 5.
They go to Elliott again.
Oh, we
Let's
fucked
speak
that
up
up.
there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
I hope you don't be ready for this one. I ain't called this one over in a minute.
Pass blocking running back. You can see if it's 5-on-5.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Cornerback outside here, which I really don't have right now. So that's something to be aware of. Just going like this one more time. I can also pinch this guy here, pinch the defensive line, just to try to pull more spacing away, and then we get that instant pressure game.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Keep it in against pass here. It's going to be an inside run. That's typically going to be where it's going to go.
To throw is Prescott.
Streaks aren't there.
To the left side and
Oh, I blew it.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first down right around the 17. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It's just an exhibition. Let's let our nuts hang, baby.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
So baseline, show blitz, baseline.
Inside is light.
So I keep coming over here, and then I basically just guess pass. That's the most important part. So I occupy that guard.
Now Elliott. And they'll get this
Shit,
from the
come
8
inside,
to the 5.
cuz.
Pick up a 3.
I'll take it, bro. Bread and butter. Bread and butter.
Ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Typically, what happens is that the run back is on the other side,
They'll try again with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Like lightning speed again, Cam Newton does stand up. Matt jumped. I'm still expecting Cam Newton to get it. So, like I said, just really quick.
Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. Powers through. It's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
One more time.
Running with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. The return man is Hill. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
All right, D up.
You look like you could use some help. This is your life coming apart.
To do your job.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Rodgers now on 1st down. But he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
On 1st down, Rodgers. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Meanwhile, Rodgers throws a game by Adams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And again, it's Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down, and it's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Rodgers. And it's caught here by Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
Wow.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 30 yards, and the Packers have retaken the lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Rodgers will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal.
There we go. There we go.
By Leighton Vander Esch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Blitz is something that I came up with, and I started using this formation because I saw it was just everywhere. It seems like one of the meta defensive formations this year.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Plays like you see the most is just a regular cover through sky.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Same formula,
I
baby.
think that really creates a very strong scheme. If you guys want to see more defensive plays,
Touchdown, no field goal.
But for now, let's get right into the video. I'm going to start off with probably my favorite play, blitz. I know a lot of people out there want to get some pressure.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's just go with something that a lot of people use. This something. Let's go with the level sail, which obviously is one of the more popular formations and plays. We'll mix it up. We'll just go random trips TE flex. So now, as far as this defense goes, like I said, it's cover 3. You know, I run a lot of people running cover
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Kind of mess around with this, but I want to try to.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Cheat him in a little bit, but I basically want to take one of these players. Typically, I take the one closest to this side, but I want to leave that hook over just so much.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I'm also going to make sure that I guess pass, because I just think that helps. Makes them get out to the quarterback. They won't play on play action and stuff like that. And this is pretty much it. We're going to try to basically shoot this gap and basically hold as much linemen to this side as possible. You can see it almost looks like a screenplay. And the pressure came right off the edge and forced an completion in the very first play. So let's go to the replay.
They run the counter. Pollard. And he gets it down to the 32. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
At the end of the day, it's a 4-man, 5 protection blitz if I get disengaged, and then we have a guy coming in free. So we're going to do that again. Like I said, shift my line to the right, slide them to the right as far as their attack.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Elliott a first down and more. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Get into the throwing lanes, or I can just decide to use the other guy. You can see right there, the pressure comes off the other side this time. So you can see there's a lot of opportunities for pressure as we go to the instant replay.
So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10.
But obviously, I didn't pull the line that time. So you can see here, this guy on the other side comes in free, and he's getting to the rush. Now, once again, I had to...
And he'll give it here to his running back.
But you can see how easy it is to get pressure on both sides of the field.
And he'll take it into the end
Fuck,
zone.
who's supposed to lay that out? Oh, damn.
Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So he said, I will start over here. I never tried starting over here. Let's do that on this play. Let's see what happens if I start all the way over here. If I could bring all these guys around, you see, boom, we get that guy off the edge once again. So maybe I wasn't going over far enough because this is, you know, I run this blitz. The way that I run this blitz, I'll go back to the replay. The way that I run it, I typically start over the center, but it looked like it worked out even better if I stayed over there. I didn't have to engage. You see that time? Look how the guard just basically...
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
This is ideal. This is perfect because if the guard here is blocking nobody,
Prescott.
I never got such an engage.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for two. And now the lead stays at 5.
There. Okay, so this is a blitz I've been running. I've been having success with it, but it's even, you know, the game's even new to me. It just
now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Now doing all this is done. You see if the guard gets lost.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Because basically, if you're in a shot like this, it's only really one inside zone. Which, you know, obviously there's a huge gap on the guard, and then obviously you could also take it outside. But this is, you know, basically this is a straight up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. As they start here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
I can bring this guy down, you know, just the same way, just to make it look like all these things are setting up for the exact same blitz. And then at the end of the day, it's not going to be a blitz at all. So it's just going like that's what Pierre's probably not going to make the same mistakes that the user would. As you can see, he's just holding the ball, which is essentially, you know, a good sign that nothing's open. And then taking off the quarterback, which is once again a good sign that nothing's really open. This is just a really good defense to run. You have a lot of different options too. You can do things like
now Rodgers.
You can put these guys in the mark guys. You can put,
there we go.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
There we go.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh.
You knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Pure instinct drilling to throw the ball because everything's covered.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
A gain of 3, second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, trying to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
If it's like a short situation, he hiked the ball with the play, but you can see he's still a cut as it was just a screen play.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
If you'll see it, hopefully they'll run every place and be able to see them in action. But ultimately, this is pretty much the base setup. And like I said, if you want to, you can really mess with these adjustments. You can, I would say, bring this guy down and make a lot of sense. Just bring him to the line. Give yourself as much.
They'll run it with Elliott.
This would probably
and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere. The most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory.
So we weren't getting a lot of run plays there, so I'm going to have to back out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.
We're going to go base and line, show blitz, base and line. We have a lot of smaller guys anyway. I typically are going to bring